Hello, hello, hello. This is Darla Diamonds with Snoopy. As you can see, I got a little teeny tiny Snoopy here. He's watching over me as I do this. I am a major diamond painter. This is going to be my first official YouTube video. And hopefully I can get through this. If I ramble, I'm really sorry. Hopefully I can get rid of some really bad parts with editing. Who knows? But I am currently working on Springtime Splendor. This is a event piece that I'm working on for a couple of events. One, the DP Along Refresher Stash type event with Lizette. This is the third oldest in my kit, in my stash. We're going to just talk a little bit, and I'll tell you a little bit about me and things I'm into as I'm just going ahead and working on this. I worked on it for, it was my piece that I entered into for the Randall Spangler piece, because it does have dragons and, it's a Randall Spangler piece. And then I'm working on it for Mermaids and Magic, because it's got the dragons and it also has a fairy up at the top. So that's how I thought it would also work on that one. It's a pretty big piece. Let's check my logbook here. It is, where are you? It is a 55.8 centimeter times 93.9 centimeters. So it's a pretty big piece. It's the third largest kit that I have done. I started it on March 1st, 2026. And if you can see, I don't have a whole lot done. Just the bottom section here. So that's like 2 full rows. No, I've been working, I have another project going on, because as a lot of people, I found diamond painting through Amazon and Temu and AliExpress. So I had a friend who was no longer diamond painting, and she was getting up some of her stash. So sorry, my camera is like moving on its own here. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to invest in a new arm here, I guess. So, but you're not gonna see my face, just my hand, and hopefully still my square that I'm working on here. But let's do a little bit while we talk a little bit, and then I can get this loaded. I found diamond painting when my mother passed away in 2022. I didn't complete my first painting until probably I want to say April of 2023. Because and it was a very small one. It was one of the unlicensed pieces that I was talking about. My daughter had done diamond painting, and I saw the one that she did, and it was really cute. She did it for her bathroom. She just did the one. But, and that's what got me interested in it, because I'm like, ooh, cool, something to do. I'm disabled, due to heart and lung issues. I miss working, but I got COVID 5 times during the lovely pandemic, and that's affected my health. But we're working on things. I mean, I'm not permanently disabled, I don't believe. I mean, I could be considered that, but because I mean, I doubt my heart will ever get completely better, but there's a chance that I might go back and be able to do part-time work. And you can sometimes still do that when you're on disability. But I'm married. We'll be celebrating 30 years here coming in the end of July. And I have a kitty cat. Her name is PETA. Stands for pain in the ass. One of these videos, maybe I'll tell you how I got her. That's how she got her name. She loves to lay on my diamond paintings when I'm working. She is not currently. Currently, she's on my bed. So, because I diamond paint in my bedroom, there's a little like office space section in my bedroom, and then I have 2 children. One boy, JJ, and a daughter named Amber. And then I have 3 grandchildren. My kids are with their significant others. Bobby Joe is with JJ, and then Devin is with Amber. And then I have the 3 grandchildren that I absolutely positively adore. There's Lane, the oldest, Colton, and then Autumn Rose. They're my love. I would do anything for my grandchildren. I'd do anything for my children, but my grandchildren are my passion besides diamond painting. So you'll hear me possibly talk about them every once in a while if I do continue on with this channel. But I have 10 non-licensed diamond paintings in my stash still to do. That I want to make sure I get rid of. Snoopy is very difficult to find, and so unfortunately the only place that I do get the ones from DAC when I can, and I've gotten some from Diamond Dots as well, and I believe those would be considered licensed ones. But as far as licensed Snoopy paintings, they're hard to find. So I do get my diamond paintings for my Snoopies from AliExpress right now. I don't feel that I am hurting that particular artist so much because they are so commercialized and everywhere out there. And Snoopy came out a long time ago, so he should fall into public domain in my opinion. But I do believe in, once I found out about the non-licensing pieces, if I know I have a non-licensed piece, I will tell you it's a non-licensed piece. But a lot of what I refer to as my non-licensed pieces, I do not believe are particular. They're not done by like a Mandy Manzano or a Hannah Lynn or Randall Spangler. If I know like one of those artists, it's one of their paintings, I do not buy it. They were the ones I had bought. They're stock pictures. They're like pictures of landscapes that are so blurry that if you'd even call them a landscape picture anymore. But I don't believe in just throwing things away in that regard. So my goal is to finish them up, and I do not buy any more of those. The only non-licensed ones that I am buying in the future are my Snoopies. And I do one Snoopy diamond painting a month. My current Snoopy diamond painting is Flying Ace. And you can see that here. Okay. And I'm almost halfway done with him already. That's why I put him aside, because I'm doing him for the event for Diamonds in the Rough. And I want to have something to work on for that. And if I do them all in one sitting, because I love my Snoopy so much. But like I said, I'm also working on the Mermaids of Magic. And I think I need to have a 30 by 40 of that done, which is probably half of this painting to qualify for the exit photo or whatever. But even if I don't, I mean, it's not a big deal. I mainly join the videos, or if they have like weekly videos to chat, and I pick my diamond paintings that I do every month based on an event, if I can, just because it gives me some purpose. But other than that, I really don't, if I don't compete I don't really necessarily compete for the prizes. If I win a prize, super fantastic. I mean, this one with Dizzy's Diamond in the Rough, I have won a prize every year that I've done one. And if I do finish up the Snoopy Flying Ace one before the project is over, I do plan on working on one of the pictures that she gave me. It's called Abstract Cat by Diamond Art Club. It was one of the prizes that I had won from her last year. So I do love them. And I totally understand the quality and the commitment behind the artists that go with licensed companies, and I get that. I mean, I understand that. Will I never buy a non-licensed piece again? Probably. I can't say no. It's because I'm on a very fixed budget. Diamond Art Club are very expensive. I am looking into like other companies and stuff like that. But all the newer companies that have licensed pieces, in order to make the pieces of good quality, have good diamonds, and and pay the compensation fees out that they pay and everything, they have to be expensive. I have a list of companies that I want to purchase from. If I can upload this one, like I said, this is my first. If I can upload this one very well and get things going, I'm going to try and do a stash video or completed. I have completed over 180 paintings. I don't know the exact number. I think it's 186. At this time, I'd have to keep track since I have started diamond painting. But you have to take into consideration that a lot of them are the small 11 or 30 by 40 non-licensed small pieces. So I didn't start working on my real big ones until quite a ways into my diamond painting career. I found a couple of people on YouTube that, Diamonds and Washi convinced me that, and Emeralds and Fairlights to go with the licensed pieces, and I found the Diamond Art Club. I found Diamond Hobby Lobby and Diamond Bats, pieces before I found Diamond Art Club, and while I was in like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's, I can't remember which, I saw that there was Diamond Art Club, and you know, I bought my first one in store like that, and they're just, and then Diamond Art Club, the first purchase that I made on their website, I don't even know how I heard about it, was a mystery box. And that was my first major purchase. And it was just, they were, you know, I didn't have to worry about whether or not I had any of them because I didn't have them in Diamond Art Club. You know, like some people nowadays, you know, they worry about whether or not they're going to get something that's unique to them, or, you know, something. I didn't have to worry about that. And I had no style as of yet because I had just started diamond painting. You know, my first one, I don't care for a lot of words in my diamond paintings. It's not that I can't have words, but I don't like the first diamond painting that I did. It was mostly words. It looked like a book with, like, you know, it's one of those wall sayings like, make friends, not, you know, set your friends free, or, you know, something like that. You know, I can't even remember what it was. And I don't have it handy to look at. But I lost my train of thought. I don't really care for all the words that were in there. I mean, I do love working on the Richard Lorenz pieces. Gladys, My Kind of Crazy, is my favorite so far. And it has that little saying in the corner. And then I did another one that had the sweethearts on it. And I personalized that one by adding my husband and my name to it. And I've done one custom by a very, it's a very small size. It wasn't a very good picture, but I mean, it turned out okay. But it was of my husband's and my wedding photo. But I'm not a big fan of the custom pieces. But yeah, so checking the time, how long I've been talking. But I mean, my hopes, you know, I hope to come on maybe once a month, to start with. I'm not going to be doing these weekly or anything like that. I mean, I'm not that comfortable doing this, but, you know, I want to share what I'm doing with people. Maybe I can do like quarterly updates or something of what I've done for the year. Maybe that'll be my next one. Maybe I'll get more than one up if I get organized. And, you know, I would love to do a stash video. Maybe these are all my completed diamond paintings. I know if you see my page, there are photographs of my completed diamond paintings if you go and look at photos. And I don't know exactly how videos load compared to the photos. So that's that. That's the past. I'll probably go through and like delete some of the ones that I have on there that have nothing to do with diamond painting, because that's just kind of neither here nor there in that regard. I do not see any more sevens. Am I seeing any more? Oh, they're there. But yeah, so this is me. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, go ahead and post them, and I will read anything. I have like all the time in the world to just do this. I mean, like I said, I'm not working an outside job, and I do try to DoorDash or Uber Eats. But my car is starting to act up on me, and it's very difficult. It's a really, really tall car. You know, one of those ones that, you know, like you see those tall trucks that should have like step ups into them, those bumper step ups. My car, I believe, should have one of those, but it doesn't have one of those. So it's very, and I'm very short, so it's hard for me to get up into it. So, and if I have problems getting up into it, I can't see me toting around people, which is another thing that I would think about doing as a means to make some extra money. But um so, but I think I'm gonna end this first video here. It was nice chatting with you. Like I said, if you have any questions for me or whatever, have any suggestions on what I should do, let me know. Thanks. Bye.